everyone.
I'm Casey Wilson.
I'm Danielle Schneider, and this is Bitch Sesh, the bonus content.
Bonus. We have quite a bonus sitting in front of me, Danielle.
Oh, yeah, she's a big bonus. Love her, and she's never looked more gorgeous. I've never seen this look on her.
Yes, you've come here in makeup ready.
Yeah, do you know this is not on camera?
I didn't know. I thought we were on.
So even though I said just audio session.
I like to be prepared.
No.
So I got myself ready.
I could take a picture if that would
be
this
great.
worth it
That
for
would
you.
be great. I spent quite a penny.
Guys, this is Deanna Cheng. She is a Bitch Sesh favorite, a
Fan
family
favorite.
member.
Also editor of many of our amazing slideshows.
That's
Yes.
a little known fact.
It's
Or is it
one.
known?
I think it's known.
Pretty
but
known.
I mean, not that you guys don't, but I mean, I guess unless you haven't been to the live show, like
Yes,
some people,
it's live show
yeah.
because we don't do the slideshows on the
Right.
Bitch Sesh podcast because they're so visual.
Much like your hair and makeup, it's harder to see them.
No one will really appreciate them, but to a live audience.
Yeah,
you-
so
you are
the
name
real
dropped.
fans who have found their way to a live audience will know that information.
And she's not just editing, but it's Deanna Cheng all over them. Like,
Yeah, it's
they're
more than-
artistically directed.
Curated?
Yeah,
Yeah.
by Deanna.
It's such a joy. I will say that the slideshow where we go through and like pick up the unsung heroes.
Yes.
That one is like, it brings me and we'll swap in some new unsung heroes because we have them every really
There's new
episode.
heroes made every day on
Every
that show.
day. New heroes, like really the newest heroes are the guys who were in Mexico with New York.
Yes.
Like the men,
The staff.
The
picking
children,
up these women.
the children that were meant to deal with these women, little children running up to them, and
Man.
those were some heroes, right
Real
there.
heroes.
Everyone that ran Bethany's like tequila trip were heroes.
The
Yes.
the men and women that just dealt with Ramona Singer are the heroes of the year.
The man that walked Luann to her room after she fell twice.
Yeah, hero
American
status.
hero.
I feel like Americans.
Even like the people who had to walk by Ramona with her face so undone in the airport, I feel they are heroes.
Yes.
To have walked
Just
past.
to have seen an eclipse and gotten past it and with your vision intact is
Yeah,
pretty
it's
impressive.
impressive.
Now I'm thinking I'm a hero for watching this show.
We got to put you in the next
I'd
slideshow.
love to be there.
Just to be watching.
Yeah.
Deanna, speaking of being Americans and
Yeah.
heroes in
Okay.
general,
Yeah.
you are someone who is, and we've talked about this on the podcast.
On the podcast, yes.
You're not afraid, and I didn't even know this was an option, to be honest, to tweet our government. Now, I don't mean, a lot of people are in the wake of
Yeah.
Trump's election. They're calling representatives.
Yeah.
They're sending postcards.
I'm not doing that.
No,
No.
you're
No.
not.
No.
You're tweeting them. Now, how often and where did you get this idea? And
How
about
did this
what?
come to you?
Well, I don't go to Trump. Well, I used to go to Trump himself, and I would start out like, "Sweetie, honey," like that's how I'd start.
As if it were just a message for him, like, look, one-on-one, we're just two gals talking.
just two gals, like, baby doll, look what's up here.
Okay.
Like I would just go to him. I no longer go to him.
No.
Now I go to. I don't think these are the right locations, but I go to the FBI,
At FBI.
at FBI, at CIA.
What about CDC?
Haven't made my way yet,
Okay.
but would like to keep that
Have
open.
not gone to the Center for Disease Control. What about FDA? At FDA?
Not working with them yet.
Okay.
Not working with them yet.
I like that you consider yourself working with in conjunction with.
And also just
Well, at Department of Defense, it's a big one.
Oh,
that's
that's a
pretty
good
much
one.
the
That's
biggest,
that's
the
a number
one that I
one.
like to talk to them. And
Did you ever hear back?
Not yet, but here's the great news. Okay, so I feel like actually your last episode, you noticed, Casey, that I had tweeted the government officials.
powers that be.
Powers that be, and there was only one like. And you know how you can like see, there was Matt McConkey. Not great. But you know
God
how
bless
you
him.
can like see the impressions you've made if you tap on that? It was like 12. Like I hadn't made many impressions.
What is it? Can I ask you, and you know this because you are tech savvy, what is an impression?
I'd have to look and see if that's the word, but it's like how many people have seen your tweet? So the reason why it was so, if you do an at something, that really doesn't fall in your general feed. So that a lot less people are going to see that. So if you, right. But I'm trying to get at them, like at.
Right. You're
know?
not worried so much about your likes and your impressions
Not
as much
really.
as you are direct contact.
You want one like and one impression.
Right. Very few impressions and a pity like from Matt McConkey. But then you guys mentioned that I've been hitting the boards. And I will pull up how many likes.
Yeah,
but
people
it's
asked
quite
me
a few.
to have your Twitter address because they were like, we want to get at Deanna. We feel like she feels, and we want to, like we all feel, or as many of us feel, and they wanted to get at you.
Right. So like this one, to whom it may concern, don't get cute with sanctions, blah, blah, blah.
Don't get cute.
I had only one like by Matt McConkey. Now I have 26 and 5 retweets. Okay.
Wow, there you go.
And if I look at my activity, we're at 1,025 impressions.
Pretty up from 12.
We have a nice amount of engagement, so we're moving on up.
Wow, I'm glad that
I think it's
Casey mentioned you.
just a matter
Thank
of days before the FBI likes
Start
someone of
rolling
this.
in.
Yeah.
The FBI likes, they just come and knocking at the door.
Well, I hope this is getting to them. I imagine there's at least a PA or someone at the FBI who's fielding these
I'm going to
tweets.
stop you there.
Sorry.
A PA, a production assistant.
You mean like an intern?
An intern, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Someone who is at least seeing activity, and I feel my tweet is about to get some activity that might get it bubbled up to the powers that be.
Now, we did discuss this on the podcast, but just to catch people up, your biggest concern right now is that, the world might end, or at least North Korea might get to us here in California.
Sure.
And it's not so much of a concern for you about losing friends and family as it is.
And your own life.
Right. And your own life.
Right.
As you want the world to end after everyone has seen the debut of your show, Heathers.
That's a strongly worded statement. I would prefer if the world continued after Heathers,
Right.
but I would like to have the world up until at least the debut of Heathers.
Is it just the pilot airing?
No, I would prefer the season. So
Well, because you're an
10
all-eps
episodes?
featured. Yeah, you want 10 eps featured.
Are you 10 out of 13?
I'm 9 out of 10 episodes, ladies.
Wow.
So I
Okay.
would, and
Might as well wait for the series finale.
that's what I would like. I'd like.
Now, how many episodes have you shot?
Great question. We've shot 6 right now.
Okay,
6
so
and 7 right now.
So it's not only that the world has to keep going for shooting, but editing. I mean, for those of you
that'd
not
be
in
great.
the biz, editing takes a while and
Yeah.
color correction.
So you're asking a lot of at FBI, at National
Department of Defense.
You're
Yeah.
not just asking
At
for another
CIA.
2 months. You're asking for
I'm
maybe
asking.
6.
I would like up until March.
Okay.
That's what I would like.
Now, what about, do you
least.
want to wait until you hear like if a season 2 pickup, or you're good if we go down right after?
To be honest,
Please, by all means.
I am good if we just get to see season 1.
You're good, even if a pickup comes.
You don't need that pickup because sometimes it's second season is hard. A sophomore season is.
You're
tough
right. It
on
can be a sophomore
everyone.
slump.
I don't know what can happen in that second
Yeah.
season. Would I love the opportunity? I don't know if I'm going to be in it. It's
Okay, now I'm seeing something.
well, it's an anthology, so it can. The
No,
whole cast
I know what
can
that
change.
means, but tell the world what that means.
I mean, I'm still fuzzy on it, but my understanding is like the whole cast can change. So
like American Horror Story,
right? Like Fargo,
Right.
I believe.
And it
Don't
seems
watch
the whole
either of
cast
those.
will change should the world.
Now, see, this makes me want the world to last longer because if I have a shot at season 2,
Girl.
I'd really like a chance.
Of course, I'd like a chance. I mean, I want a chance. I want a chance at life.
but you're talking about should the world, it's going to end.
Let's have it.
Let's have
Let's.
If we can have our druthers.
And I'm ready to send. Guess who, guys, to
Andy
North
Cohen?
Korea? No. Dennis Rodman. I do feel he is in these troubled times. Believe it or not, they have a rapport. I feel he is our chance. And it's
Ron,
these
okay,
are-
but can I say
Yeah.
something?
Sure.
Dennis Rodman, it's like sending the sun to beat up the sun. And what if you make a super sun? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't know that's you're going to help the situation.
You're right that he has as good of chance as any.
Well, I think
just because he can get into the door.
Based on that one Vice episode I saw.
Look, I feel like we as Americans, as liberals specifically, want things to go a certain kind of way.
Sure.
And I am not feeling that way. I personally think things gotta go where they're gonna go. And we gotta use
I find that frightening.
We've gotta use our resources. They're not ideal.
Yeah, okay.
They're not exactly what you want, but they're what you got.
Sounds like you should also be tweeting Dennis.
I have. I absolutely have.
Wow, can you bring that up,
Yes,
please?
I will. I don't know how we've gone this long. Oh, 100%.
What have you heard anything back? I mean, he
From
seems like someone
Dennis?
you could get at.
I will tell you, looking at his feed, I don't know how active he is on Twitter right now.
What about Instagram? He might be Instagramming?
You know what? You're right.
I'm glad I get
Where is my Dennis Rodman tweet?
This is well thought out, if not insane.
I've seen you, while you're pulling it up, I've seen you tweet housewives. I've seen you tweet. Oh,
Got it.
okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Hey, boo. It's your time to shine. You know what you need. You know where you need to go, and you know what you got to do. # counting on you.
Deanna Cheng. And what are our likes and our impressions on
On
that?
that we don't have much.
Well, I hope
no likes.
that if anything, what this podcast can do.
I need a
with this
screen grab of that.
Yeah, please. What this special episode of podcast can do is just get it closer to Dennis. I don't know, but if any of you listeners that have paid for Stitcher Premium are out there, because you are the cream of the crop, we know that. And some of you may have a relationship with Dennis Rodman. If you could get it to him, we'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I think he is a shot and a good one.
Wow, I had
To get
no
me to
idea.
Heather's.
Now tell us about Heather's.
Oh my gosh. It's so much. Yeah.
I'm going there tomorrow to film a part, and I'm so excited.
Excited.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. I meant like, hey.
I thought Danielle was upset.
Hey.
No, I meant hey. Did it go down? Hey.
That sounded good. But I'm so excited.
It's really, it's the best time I've ever had in my life.
Oh.
So, there's that.
And you play, can you say who you play?
Miss Fleming. She's a guidance counselor. Miss Fleming and I are eye to eye right now. Like my behavior currently and Miss Fleming's behavior on the show, we're like there.
Like, just, I loved the movie. Like,
Yeah.
the movie is one of my favorite films of all
too.
time. I memorized it as a kid, like every line of it. And is she that guy? Is it the same or cut in the same cloth of the guidance counselor from the movie?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would say that I'm playing it. I mean, I think that woman was brilliant beyond. She like killed the game. My gal is a little bit more, I guess she's a little less flower child and more like more like this gal,
More
Deanna
like who you
Cheng,
are.
who's tweeting
Like your
the
Twitter
government.
personality?
Yeah. She's a little more turned up.
I love that.
But, nobody likes her. Teachers don't like her. Students don't like her. Her emphasis is on the wrong syllable, but she is really...
No likes for her as well.
no likes for her. No likes, except for 3 nerds that I did the scene today with. They're part of like the AV club that I run, and God bless. They are my only people. So
Wow.
there's that. Yeah.
I'm so excited for it. And when is it airing? Do we know?
Like, I think January.
Very excited.
Oh, but you wanted the world to last through March so everyone can get through the whole 10 eps.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we think January.
I believe. Beginning of 2018,
Yeah. I can't wait for this.
Me too. Very excited.
I honestly think it's like so good.
You know who else is on it?
Who?
Another Bitch Sesh guest, Drew Droege.
Another dream. This is a dream cast.
Best we have.
McConkey,
Matt
right,
McConkey
wrote on it.
Wrote on it.
And Jason McAuliffe, also Bitch Sesh guest.
yeah.
created it.
A real
God.
Bitch Sesh family project.
Wow. That's
Under our
so
banner,
true.
perhaps? Maybe we need to Put it under the Bitch Sesh banner.
Yeah, a production company or something. And Deanna, speaking of banners.
Yeah.
You told us when we asked if you had anything burning to talk about, and we were thinking maybe Housewives, something like that.
Thought on Tamara Judge.
Or maybe gossip or something, and you said you would like to discuss flags.
Guys, I don't know who I'm becoming, but yes, I would.
Okay.
I'd like to discuss the American flag and just talk about it for a second.
Okay, sure.
So I think what's happening right now is that Trump and his cohorts and his followers are claiming the American flag. So they're putting it on hats, they're putting it on T-shirts, they're posting it on their Twitter.
Sorry, did you say claiming or cleaning?
Claiming.
Oh, I thought you said cleaning.
Owning.
Okay.
Owning. Okay.
Got it.
Claiming it. Like, this is our symbol. We are America. This is our symbol. This is ours, right?
Yeah.
So what's happening is that everyone else is starting to have an aversion to the American flag when they see it, because
other countries or people within
our country. I would say like liberal-minded people are like, they see an American flag and they're associating it right now with Trump.
So it's turning them off.
Is that happening for you?
I see what you're saying, 100%. It is starting to feel like he's sort of taken it over in some negative way.
Yeah, it's being co-opted. Well, just America on some level.
And I've always been someone, I will say, that loves to run a flag on the 4th. I'm a flag person.
As you should be.
I cry every time I hear a Star Spangled Banner.
Sure.
God bless America. Like, I am, again, I'm a huge World War II aficionado.
Right.
So I have some real patriotic leanings.
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying. Whereas like they're co-opting it, they're taking away from what
the flag and America in general to me.
I understand, but if we all are like having an aversion to the flag as a start, they've won. Mm-hmm. They have won. And so I am changing all my I have changed all my profile pics to the American flag.
But you have a great look right now. Like, I would love to see this next to an American flag.
Well, that's disrespectful, Danielle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're going to let the American flag, and I'm not doing like Carol was doing sort of a, she was running an American flag too as a profile pic for quite some
Carol
time.
Radziwill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hers was more of that like beat up, trendy looking flag. Mine is the American flag.
Wow.
Okay? Red, white, and motherfucking blue, bitches.
Wow.
Like,
With Dennis Rodman's face burning through the center.
You know what Carol's not running right now?
what?
A picture of Adam, because she's no longer following him
She's
on Instagram.
unfollowed him.
Big news.
Big news.
Did you know that?
I
mean,
did.
not to about the American flag
No,
stuff,
that's
'cause that
all.
is
I mean,
important.
that's all I've got. I'm just saying,
No, I hear what you're saying because
be advised.
you
Be
know what?
advised if you go to Deanna's account, or just if you want to look at the American
I have
flag,
a friend-
lean into it.
Check into your mind, see how you're feeling about the American flag, and reclaim that bitch.
Okay.
I have a friend, a Republican friend in Hollywood out here, who would put, and he was not seeing this as partisan, like he had to support the troops on his car.
Okay.
And liberals would scrape it off. And he re-fucking put it on every
Support
time. And
the
I could
troops?
never, because something about support the troops got into liberals' minds as though that were like
Well, those
very conservative. And it's like,
Okay,
guys, we gotta support our
Demented.
fucking troops.
Oh, Deanna, I'm looking at that.
You know? Like, we need to
Oh,
support.
that's demented.
Exactly.
well, that's-
So I know what you're saying, which is like sometimes things become partisan that have no business. That is just the overarching banner should be that we support our troops and we love our American flag.
1,000%. Our fathers, our grandfathers have fought way too fucking hard to have this Yahoo stealing our symbol of our country. This is our country. Like, we have to just think for 1 second and be like, what's happening? And then everyone make it their profile. The end.
Wow. We have gotten a lot.
Really?
Plumbed the depths.
But wait, can we talk about Carol, or are we done?
Yes.
No,
Please.
please. I love this. It's a great transition. And it really was seamless.
So do you think that, like, I feel great about the breakup. I don't know where you guys are at.
Do we think it's definitely a breakup?
I don't know. She stopped following on Instagram is what I heard, but I don't know what that means. And then one of our boots on the ground that wrote to us recently, and I don't have a name, and again, as usual, Casey and I have no real proof, and we don't know if this is true, so this is alleged, that they saw him on a dating app.
Wow.
So again, who's to know, who's to say?
Here's the thing. I always was under the impression that when and if they broke up, it was going to be very friendly. The way when he moved out, it was all fine. Like, it's just, that's how they do it. She's comfortable. She knows he wants kids. Like, she's good. But to not follow him, that's not how I thought it would go down.
Not following someone on Instagram just for your own health. You don't think
do you think she wants to see another sexy salad? You know, that might be it.
That might be it.
That's just so awful. Yeah. But like, I think...
I know, though. Like, I still follow people that ended poorly.
I mean, I'm more on the Carol tip, but...
It's a statement to unfollow someone. I think it tends to imply strife.
Because you can mute someone without unfollowing them, correct?
She's an older gal, though. Like, do you think she knows that?
Harsh.
I mean, with all due.
Harsh.
With all due. With all due.
Yeah. No, you're right.
With love and respect.
Well, I mean...
With nothing but... I wonder, maybe, I guess... See, I think it's good that she's actually getting out of it because for herself, she says she only had 5 summers left. We have about 2.5, I think 3 left.
I think less. I think when
2
she said
after
that,
this summer.
That was in film time a while ago.
Okay.
So
right.
I feel like we have 2 summers after the summer. Tops.
2 summers tops, but that's still
I would like
a lot of summers for her to go out.
It is.
Though she is young and youthful and dresses with the best of them and can hold her own in a group of the milliest of the mills. Mm-hmm. I would like to see her with a gentleman of her own age group. Is that wrong of me?
No.
Probably.
This is the best she's ever looked.
Oh, she's at her finest.
She's at her finest. I feel she has moved into a new area.
I do feel excited because I feel if anyone's going to bring on a guy that's like actually a man onto the show, and I don't know what age that is, it will be her. Someone of dignity might arrive.
And I'm not even saying he can't be in his 30s or 40s. 20s feels a little young for me. It just felt like
he's 20s.
He
he's
had
like
to be
late
in his
20s.
30s.
I think. No, I believe. Again, I have no proof of any of this, but I believe him to be like 28 or 29.
Oh Lord!
Wow. Now, Deanna, how did you come to get into the Housewives?
I mean, I remember it on a JetBlue flight.
I believe that 90% of people came to it on a JetBlue flight.
It was New York. I was aware of OC, but I hadn't like spent any time with them. But I had like 3 episodes. It was the first episode of New York. And I just felt like, oh my God, you know, I was living in LA. I just was flying back to New York and I just felt like, oh my God, here it is. You know, it's like it fulfilled that Sex and the City void. And Luann is who I remember. Like if I have anyone to remember that popped out to me looking great, delivering, it was Luann.
She was what I thought the series was going to be on some level. This countess who had these haughty ideals, you know what I mean? And we got to see her beautiful brown you know what I mean? Like on some level, that was the promise of the premise of this show. What it ended up being with, and I'm fine with it, is drunk women yelling at their friends. I'm okay with that.
Had you not watched OC?
No, I had watched OC, but an OC was, to me, sort of a bare bones version of what I thought the show was going to be. It was New York to me that delivered on what I dreamed of the show to be at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With a real countess, to me, that was like, it was a step above and what I thought the potential of the show. Because OC, the first season, they didn't really fight or anything. Like, I don't remember any huge arguments or...
You're right. I think everybody got along.
Yeah, for the most part. There might have been some snide remarks, but there wasn't...
the knockdown, drag out.
There wasn't what it is today. And New York, too, was almost like a building of that, but like richer women.
Yeah.
Do you think that guy, Scott Dunlop, who's like I believe he's the original guy that this came to him. He was from Coto de Cazo. Do you think he's rich or is this all Bravo?
Literally never heard the name Scott Dunlop till now, so I have to imagine he's not.
Just start checking in the bottom left of your screen.
Oh, is he in all of them?
I think
It's like not knowing who Dick Wolf is on some level.
Yeah, I mean, Scott Dunlop is the godfather of this franchise.
He's doing great.
He saw Gina Kehoe somewhere and he's like, I think there's something here. Like women in Coto de Cazo. Yeah. But I just wonder if he's getting his due.
Don't you think if his name is on all the episodes, he would have to be?
I would hope.
I would hope. I don't know why I spend a lot of time worrying about Scott Dunlap's finance.
I would say, because you worry about the producers and the production people more than most. I would say
she's got her eye on a lot.
You have your eye on them. Like when we have a behind the scenes, like when we had a behind the scenes with those guys, I felt like you were in heaven. You knew who all the players were. Like you were like, oh, there's Marv, Kendallson. And I was like, who? Like you knew who the people were, and you weren't.
Yeah, I don't want to forget them, We can feel how we feel, but he's why we're here. And he's worked on them all.
Great. Wow. You should get him on. Wow.
He's also working, I didn't know he's working with Real Housewives of Vancouver.
Well, people criticize us online and right in my Twitter feed for not doing the Real House of New Zealand. Auckland is one that people are telling us about, in Vancouver and stuff. But I just
part of me is like, maybe with my maternity leave, I'll dig into those.
Danielle,
I mean, guys.
If she digs, you got to dig.
I know. She took me on that Vanderpump journey with her. That journey, that sweat-soaked, meth-induced journey into hell.
I know.
Yeah, I really don't fuck with any of those. I'm New York and Atlanta.
Big question for you guys. How many more years do you think we have of this?
Well,
how many more summers?
Is there a nuclear war? Will we make it to Heathers? Like,
this
these
is
are bigger
assuming
questions.
We've now seen the beginning of Heathers. We've seen the end of Heathers. We've possibly seen a new cast.
How many seasons of Heathers
into this world are we? So now time is just going by.
Heathers in this world.
Heathers before Heathers.
Heathers is alive and well.
Well,
over here. Now, what's going on with the Housewives?
I mean, I may take on New Zealand if Heather. Like, my spirit is so open and free. If we're already like through a season of Heathers.
Season 5 of Heathers, when you're on your boat, the Veronica Chandler boat, you're like, you're rich and you're blessed and not stressed.
Yeah.
And you're going to really dive into some different seasons.
Well, I feel my spirit might be open to them. Yeah, I might be.
But I'm like, do we think Housewives is like in 3 years? Is everybody like, I'm good? Or do we have 8 years?
I think we have longer. I don't know about longer than 8 years, but I mean, we have longer than 3 years. Because if you think about it, these 10 years have passed.
Quick,
sands through the hourglass.
It does seem like just yesterday.
Yeah.
And no time has passed at all. I mean, she literally said, Carol literally said, I have 5 good summers left. And now she has 2. That was yesterday.
You're right.
That's
Time
true.
flies when you're watching elder women look for men.
Wait, did you guys talk about Bethany's hockey player?
I don't know that we really touched down
didn't get into
him last week.
I was like, I felt like I wanted to hear what you thought.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
No, I don't know when this is going to be released. I assume in the next few weeks. So this is the hockey player in the episode, the season finale of New York this year.
The man with no teeth.
Tooth.
The toothless gentleman. Is this also the guy that's been on her like Instagram lately?
I think so.
I thought, to be honest, when I first met him, I didn't like catch you as a hockey player. I'm like, oh, this is a contractor. Because their rapport was like he worked for her.
Yeah, that's what I got as well.
And then when I came to find like, oh no, and she's having people grab his ass, I was like, this is like a pool boy. It's like, oh no, this is her love interest.
Yeah.
She wants to have these like boy toys. I thought he was very cute.
Yeah, he's very cute. And I think you've sort of captured it, which is like, she doesn't want an equal-footed relationship. She wants a boy toy, someone that kind of works for her on some level, how she can say to other women, like, hey, check out his ass. Look at his like she doesn't want even footing.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like, gosh, I don't know. I was intrigued by their relationship and I was like, what's happening here? But the grabbing of the ass really, I did better with no tooth than I did with her asking Dorinda to grab his ass. I just thought,
for some reason that didn't bother me. Okay. And the way they all rolled with it beautifully. Like Dorinda was like, sure. He was like, here you go. Like everybody moved into position very quickly. And it seemed fine.
Right. Okay, great.
I found the tooth very upsetting. To see a grown man with his tooth out felt bordering on like I didn't realize at first that he was a hockey player. So when he was just there toothless, I was like, what has this young man been through? Like what addiction has he kicked?
I also saw, I think it was Dorinda on something that Dorinda like released a thing that said that Carol and Adam hadn't been speaking or something, like, why is Dorinda getting involved in
Oh,
this?
Dorinda, that's not your lane, baby girl.
She's always sliding over her.
Is she?
She's always crossing lanes.
Oh, I didn't know.
She likes to act on, and I love Dorinda.
She is my number. She's who I feel.
Dorinda and Shannon
Love her.
Bedore have taken these shows and put them, like when they were dying, just when we thought they might not come back for more, Dorinda and Shannon Bedore have taken us to a new level.
They're like
What
the
I
Heather
would
Locklear.
give- What I would
Yes.
give. Yes.
Come in and
Or when a child comes on too to a show, you know, when they have a baby.
They put like a little Raven Simone in.
Yeah, she's a Raven Simone.
Yeah.
Both of them are Raven Simone.
What I would give if Scott Dunlap would allow me to watch some audition tapes.
I feel you need to connect with him because he probably is so dying for someone to see him. They always see is Andy.
I see Scott.
You see
Scott. No one else sees Scott.
Never heard the name. Watching
Scott.
forever.
I see you, Scott. And many others. And I'd love to just sit with them and pick their brains.
Yeah.
And
And
that would be
Casey,
really
you've
fun.
been calling for this, and I would like this too. That if you're listening somehow,
Right.
if we could be in the background of a few Real Housewives episodes, just
At dinner.
at a dinner,
Oh, okay. Patrons.
a patron, but I would like a camera to
Background artist.
come on us for a second, just to know that we've been seen
But
and
we'll
that the world
continue
sees
eating.
us.
But will you still focus or?
I'll be good.
Okay.
It'll be hard for me not to just give a sconce view, you know, just
Yeah.
like I see you out in the real world, but I'll do my best.
I'm going to need to get to Scott for that one.
I would love to hear that episode. I mean, really, I feel you guys need to deal with him because that's not dealing with a housewife.
No.
It's very different.
Well, maybe we'll try. Maybe we can try and get at him.
Maybe I'll make some inroads.
I'll work on that.
Okay,
I got Rodman.
You got Rodman. I got at Scott Dunlap.
You got Dennis Rodman.
Now I'd like the world to stick around a little longer.
Just until we get Scotty D on the show.
Yeah, we all have our
We all
reasons
have our
for wanting to stay on planet Earth. We all have stuff. Deanna Cheng, thank you for joining us.
Oh, man,
for bonus
guys.
content.
Yeah, we needed to get more at
Goodness.
you. I know we talk a lot of housewives, but we didn't want an episode to talk about this time. We just wanted to talk about you and what you see.
And we learned a lot today.
Too much.
Not enough, never enough. You are an onion. When Casey told me this last week on air, I was like, I didn't think I could love this girl more, and now I do. Like my heart grew bigger.
Thank you.
And I will say to you, Deanna, God bless America.
And may the
Seems
flag
how you want us to be
flow.
signing off.
May the flag flow at full mast,
Always.
always in your presence.
Thank you, guys. And I would like that greeting and salutation. Hello and goodbye from now on.
Yes.
While we're in this
And I'm
time.
proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.